Good evening, everybody. We are glad you're with us. It's a rough time for Florida right now, and we're still waiting to see what Ian does here. I'm Jeannie Blaylock.
And I'm Anthony Austin, and we're on your side tonight covering this storm from every angle locally and across the state. This is the latest at this hour. So three things you need to know right now. Hurricane Ian made its first landfall as a Category 4 storm around 3:15 this afternoon. Here at home, several counties have evacuation orders. That includes parts of Clay, Nassau, and St. Johns counties, and we've already started feeling the effects of the storm with the rain. The highest winds will start tomorrow. And we have reporters all across the area tonight speaking with people who live in communities where it tends to flood.
But first, let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Tim Dean with the latest on Hurricane Ian. Tim, any bit of good news for our part of the state?
There is. It reminded me when Anthony talked about the tornado. So we're not going to say that there won't be any tornadoes, but if you've been with us through the years or even just over the last week, we've talked about the fact that typically, not always, but typically, tornadoes occur off to the right of the course. And what we are feeling increasingly confident now is that the circulation center will get offshore, go by us very closely. I mean, it's going to be impacting us. But notice we're off to the left of the track. So at least at this point, the only real concern, I think, for tornadoes, as long as it goes on this track, would be maybe those of you over extreme southeastern Flagler County. We're going to watch because sometimes coming off the ocean, very brief, what we call spinners, you might call it F0 tornado could occur. So I can't rule that out. But if this happens, I'll tell you what, we will have 90% less tornadoes than if this track was off to the west of us. So how about that as a bit of good news? Now, this hurricane, hard to say much good there other than it's already doing what we expect. That is, it's going to begin to weaken, but it's going to take a long time, and it's still going to impact us in a big way. Again, we're not going to have nearly the winds that they had on the southwest coast, but we may end up having nearly as much rain as they've had because of the northeast winds that we've been talking about would pile in today with the rain and then start really adding up. And that's why we're watching the high tides overnight tonight, then on Thursday afternoon, then on Friday morning. Friday afternoon, at this time, some of us might get to see the sunset.